kill you.
Fucking shit.
I hate you.
I hate
the blacks.
Is South Africa ready for a white president? For 30 years, white politicians have failed to resonate with black voters. Why? Because they refuse to accept a brutal truth. In a country where 80% of the population is black, you don't get to lead unless black South Africans want you to. And they don't, at least not yet. White politicians love to talk about policy, competence, and how the ANC has failed. But they forget about the reality of power, trust. And let's be honest, black South Africans don't trust white politicians. Why would they? The last time a white politician was in charge, they weren't citizens, they were subjects. And in 30 years of democracy, no white leader has done the work to change that perception. We are Europeans in Africa. That's a fact. We are also a political minority in a majority black country. That's also a fact. Ladies and gentlemen, if a white president ever wants to exist in South Africa, he would have to do what no white politician has ever done before. He will have to speak to black voters as equals, not as saviors, not as victims of reverse racism, and not as managers of a broken state, but as partners in a future where power is truly shared. And until that happens, the answer is no. South Africa is not ready for a white president, and that is not the fault of black people, it's our own.
South Africa, what's this new surge that I see online that people are saying they want to vote for Peter Groenewald for president? Guys, there is a devastation in forgetting history. It is very, very dangerous forgetting history. But before I tell you about history of Peter Groenewald, let me remind you of this. It's also history, but it's not too far away. Your so-called Peter Groenewald, this is what he said.
Quite frankly, if anybody thinks in South Africa that you can take the land without compensation, you're living in a dream. Let me put it quite frankly to you. If you want to start a civil war in South Africa, do that. Do that. And I told you before.
This guy is an army general from the previous apartheid government. Wabulala yena nabantu babo, wabulala a lot of our ancestors. And you can see what is still in his blood. His politics is the politics of fear and no resolutions. He didn't think about Tina Bantu Abamnyama when he just made that statement. FF Plus is built for Afrikaners. This guy has nowhere in his mind thinking about we need to unify and unite South Africans. He is a very reactionary. He has no resolution. South Africa's political future belongs to the youth. I've never seen this guy try to appeal to the youth. I understand he's doing well in the correctional service, but guys, that doesn't mean good he qualifies. He has no track record of being a president. And I have to say, Abazungu, they agree. So, mamelo gutu umzungu okufana nae. Uthini ngaye?
I want to just quickly make my submission, and I think for a lot of people, they'll see what successes he has in his ministerial portfolio. That is the correctional services, right? And we can all agree he has made some strides in the correctional services, but that does not mean that he is fit to lead the country. The correctional services department is a department that is there to punish and correct. How do you expect a person who excels at punishing and correcting to lead this country, to uplift people? It's two completely opposite things that you want to achieve. You cannot expect a white man that looks like my principal that used to chase us around with a shampoo to come and lead people who he doesn't know anybody's lived experience. He doesn't know the struggles of the most impoverished. He doesn't know what the lived experience of a normal, of an ordinary South African is. It baffles my mind that people want to judge his potential as a leader of a diverse nation, of a black majority country, on his limited successes in his portfolio.
So yes, Peter Groenewald, he was working hard. He's done really great work in the correctional service, and also some of the things that he's working now on trying to do with the farms and the breeds and stuff. Incredible. But he has a big learning curve, and one of the first things that he has to learn is that South Africa is diverse, and he has to learn to think of all of us as South Africans, not just Afrikaners. So there's a place for him, but he needs to grow, and he's very far from that. Mina, I don't think he's ready to be president. I think we should continue to work with him because he loves the country. He's better than a whole lot of Abazungus, the ones that they go out and report us and make stories about EYGs and their lies. He's a great asset, but he's not ready to govern for all of us. And South Africa needs a president that knows Guti, we are all South Africans, race, color, gender, whatever. Okay? What do you think? Tell me. Comment.
I want to kill you. Fucking shit. I hate you. I hate the blacks.
Bamba-ke ngoba uzolimala. Umlungu akasoze akuthanda. Umlungu akasoze akuthanda. Uyabona angibathanda impela mina abelungu ngezinto abazenza kokhokho bethu ingoba nabo bakaze vele basithanda. Nami ke angibathandi. Uyabona ibhubesi ungalithatha ulifake phakathi nezimvu, uligqokisa isikhumba semvu. But lokho akusho lelo bhubesi alisoze lazidla lezo zimvu. Liyozidla ngobani? Uyohamba bebuvuka ubhubesi noma ubhubesi into ehlezi ngaphakathi kuyona ekuthethe mina ngilibhubesi lokhu ukudla kumina. Engiqonda ukusho ngale nkulumo ngisho ungazama kangakanani ukuyi-associate nabantu abangafani nawe bayohleze bekuveza ukuthi wena awufani nabo. Uma ngabe lo mlungu lo esenimthanda kakhulu noma lo mlungu engithe kwenye ama video ngena kuyona ngafica ama comment umuntu omnyama ethi lo mlungu akakhululeke unevoti lakhe. Zazi ujobulawo khona uthi lo mlungu uzomvotela uyisiphukuphuku sokugcina. Sisanenkinga yabantu yalabantu abakaze baze baxolisela abakwenza kithi abakwenza kokhokho bethu. Namhlanje sinenkinga abantu abafana nathi abafuna ukusidayisa besibuyisela kulesa simo okhokho bethu ababebhekene naso. Awungibuze noma ake ngikutshene nje ungangibuza ngisadinga ukubuzwa kulonyaka. Ngiqonda straight angifuna ukuphazamiswa. Ucelemba uye eholdini ngisawufaka namanje. Uyisiphukuphuku nje umuntu omnyama uzovotela umlungu ubuyisela umlungu emandleni. Wazi kahle ukuthi okhokho bakho basho naphi baphile lapho ungalazi nanethuna likamkhulu wakho. Uma ngabe labantu besithanda ngempela noma labantu babona ukuthi ushintsho bangaza nalo yini beyihlukanise kuwe? Mhlawumbe uzongakuzwa lokho ake ngiphinde lo mbuzo khona uzowuzwa kahle. Uma ngabe ubona lo labantu ukuthi khona umehluka bangasenzela wona for ukubafaka emandleni ukubanikeza lapha i-political power ekuthi bebe namandla ngaphezulu kwethu beliphathe izwe political sivele singaliphethe thina ngoba phela laba abantu abalapha phezulu sekucacile onoduli bagxonyiswa yibona labelungu ile siwasibona singayindawo sisizwe simnyama singenantuthuko. Uma ngabe ke wena ubona ukuthi khona umehluko abeza nawo noma khona umehluko abazowushintsha empilweni yakho kungani behlukanisa kuwena kungani befuna iCape Town kanye neWestern Cape kungani namhlanje sithola kune Orion wena ungavumelekile uyibona ukuthi uzoba kanjani mhla kuphethe bona labantu uyazi ukuthi kupho ongakulindela thand baba iNSFAS baba imali empesheni baba imali eqolo. Hey kuningi okuzovalwa kuwe umuntu omnyama sekuyisikhathi sokuthi mawuphaphama njengamanje ukuunite singabantu abamnyama iyona solution esilele nayo. Just imagine lo mlungu ukwazi ukusitshena emehlweni ukuthi uma ngabe sizama ukuthatha lo mhlaba without isingaphezelo sabo kuyonuka igazi kuyosuka impi bayosibulala besinqume. Yini obheka ukuthi wena singayenza njengamanje njoba ngizwa nje kusho South Africa sinalo ngisiphumelelo lot. Uyabona ukuthi siwadinga kanjani lamazwe omakhelwane bethu. Awungitshela mangathi uyasuka njengamanje singabaleka sibheke ngapha. Siyawufuna umhlaba sikakazi ukume kufuneni sawulokhu siyawufuna njalo. Ngoba sekuqaliwe nje ukukhulunywa kanje ukwazi noma siwa siyafa namhlanje. Bawusala beqhubeka abanye. Yabona? Ungabe isiphukuphuku.
All right, so this is something I can no longer ignore because I thought maybe ignoring it would make it go past quicker. It seems like it's not. It's sticking. A lot of people are mentioning Peter Groenewald as president. And it's not. It's people of color. Let me just say that. Just tell me, what do you see in the man? Cool. He's a good minister. He's the current Minister of Correctional Services. Beyond that, what exactly is it that you'll see in the man? Because now I'm starting to doubt, or I'm starting to question the thinking behind the masses voting, right? Because it seems like people look for that one thing and then that's it. He is my next president. They look for that one thing. Anything else, one side. What is it, guys? What is it exactly that you're seeing in him? Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe you're seeing it. What is it? I mean, this is the man that said if there was ever to be land expropriation without compensation, there would be civil war. Or are we done with the reforms? Maybe we are. I don't know. Tell me. Let me know.
South Africa.
Breaking news. Peter Groenewald calls for civil war if black South Africans ever try to take back their land.
If anybody thinks in South Africa that you can take the land without compensation, you're living in a dream. Let me put it quite frankly to you. If you want to start a civil war in South Africa, do that. Do that. And I told you before, that don't misjudge.
Namanje nithi sinamanga. Webantu basemzansi. Ngiyakhuleka ngokusuka ekujuleni kwenhliziyo. Idalwa sikamoya zibe nani. Azinivule lento le. Anivuleke la bantu abamnyama.